Hi guys, welcome to another day of trading. And today I'm feeling good. I'm feeling positive. There was a lot of potential trades that I could have taken this morning on the long side in the first half hour. So that's made me kind of realize that maybe the market's not as bad as I thought. Maybe my strategy isn't actually as bad as I thought. Now, I don't say that lightly. It's because there was at least five stocks, six probably even, that I could have traded today. I was looking at them on a separate monitor, and they're all breaking out. They're all holding up. They were all had decent momentum, decent follow through. So it's good. I mean, if this can continue, then it's on the way up, and I won't feel as I did yesterday that I need to get lucky and strike it, 1 in 100 kind of trades that will make me a profit. But today was a good day. We made $352 after commissions. That was in 4 trades. So let's go through them. So the first one, so I took 2 trades pre-market. I'm actually going to reconsider not trading pre-market for the moment, because this is the second or third day in a row where I haven't done well and I've ended up taking a loss. Even though it's small, it's still a loss. So the first trade I took this morning was PRTO and then ARI. ARI turned out to be a great trade during the market, but not pre-market. So PRTO had positive news, and I saw it spike up from around about, I think I got the alert about $1.76, and I waited probably a bit too long to get in, but it's a 5, I think it was a 5, yeah, it was a 5-cent spread if I'm correct. So I don't usually trade these, and I wasn't keen on it, but I wanted to kind of check it out. I wanted to see how it would react. So I took a very small position. I think it was 250 shares. Actually, I got in here at 2.10, I think it was. And then I averaged down at 2.05. So I bought it $2. So my average was 2.05. And it just kept kind of oscillating up and down, up and down, up and down at 2.05, 2.10, 2.15. But it wasn't getting anywhere near 2.20, which is where I had my alert set to sell half my position. So I ended up taking a loss on this, and I ended up getting out at $1.90. And you can see where this is the volume bar. So where the volume is highest is where the market kicked off. So at 9:30, I mean, it didn't do a lot. It just kind of went down again. So this is where it is at the moment. It's 11:12 in the morning, so it hasn't done a hell of a lot. So that was my first trade. That was $61 loss. The second one was ARI, which has just gone absolutely bonkers as the market opened, but pre-market, not so much. So this is ARI. So I got in here, once again, twice. Let me see what I got in at. So ARI, actually, sorry, PRTO was the second trade. So ARI was the first trade. So I got in 250 shares twice. So I scaled in, and then I got out. All right, so I got in here at about $8, and I was expecting it to kind of break 8. There wasn't that much volume beforehand, so that was a bit of a risk, and it didn't work out. I mean, as you can see, the highest it went, I think, was 8.19, but there weren't enough trades for me to get out and sell into at that time. So let me just have a look again at what my average price was for ARI. So ARI bought at 8.08 and sold at 7.97. Right, so that explains everything. So as it broke 8 to the downside, I had a stop loss at $7.97, and likely I did that because it went all the way down to 7.71 at pre-market. So that would have been another 25-cent loss or thereabouts. So that wouldn't have been great at all. And then as the market opened, you can see here where the volume bars start kicking off. This thing just kind of surged up and up and up and up and up, and it pulled back just a little bit to have a bit of consolidation, and people were taking profit. But very, very, very strong stock, and the highest it got to was $9.21. So and I was watching this. I was watching this together with VRX, which I didn't trade, but that's another one of the stocks that I could have traded today, because I was just watching these 3 or 4 stocks, and they were all doing really well. So that was ARI. Let me show you VRX, which I didn't trade, but this was also a very nice trade. So this is 9:30 there. Open up a bit lower, and then it just had this really nice even spike. Now this is red on the day, so I wouldn't have been getting in here because I don't trade red to green moves. I wouldn't have been tempted to get in here, and I wasn't. But I was watching it around about here. Sorry, my mistake. This wasn't market open. I'm sorry, guys. This is yesterday. So what I've done is I've got 2 days worth of charts. So my apologies. So this is yesterday's pre-market. It's 7 o'clock, and then it opens up at 9:30. So this is all yesterday. You can see at 4 o'clock is where the market closed, and then it did really nothing post-market, and then this is the morning. So this is today. So from 4:30 onwards. So I was watching it as the market opened because I knew it was slightly red in pre-market. I think it got to $11.78. So it was just hovering under the $12 mark, which it kind of, you can see, was basing around the $12 mark. So it was a good price to be watching it as a support level. And as it broke 12, I was watching it at 12.05. I had a price select set at 12.05 and 12.08. But I was too busy with NCBC, which I'll get into in a second, so I didn't trade this. But there were 3 trades I could have been in concurrently at the same time, but obviously I didn't want to be, risking that. But if I had taken those 3 trades, I mean, they were all going in the right direction, and they were all trading at that level where I would have felt comfortable going in them. But this is another one of those stocks that today just went up really nicely. It wasn't one of those ones that just went up crazy 50 cents and then down 50 cents. It was just a nice, gradual, uptrending move. It got all the way up, what was it, 12.74. You can see my alert here is at 12.77. So if it had broken high of day, I would have been tempted to get in there. So once again, from about $12 to 12.75, 75 cents, even if you just take 30 cents of that, 25, 30 cents of that, with 1,000 shares, that's $300. I mean, that's plenty from my perspective in terms of what I'm looking at the moment. So that was a good trade that I didn't take. But like I said, the market is beginning to kind of show that things are turning around. The other one was Icon. I didn't trade this one either. But this is another one that. So where we are? So where are we? So 9:30. So about here. The pre-market highs. As it broke the pre-market highs at 7.75. That's about 35, 40 cents that you could have had. And, and even if you waited till it consolidated, and even if you got in at the break of that, 8.17 to 8.30, I mean, that's probably a little bit, that's pushing it. But, this was a nice, small, gradual kind of move, and it didn't have a lot of pullbacks in here, which suggests it was just a nice, up, slow, trending stock, which is one of the easiest ones to get into and trade. It wasn't very choppy. Now let's get back to the one that I did trade, NCBC. So this one saved the day, if you want to call it that. I wouldn't say save the day because I was actually anticipating this. I was watching this, and I traded this I think 3 times. Once again, this is yesterday, so it didn't do anything yesterday. Just didn't do anything. And then pre-market or post-market yesterday and pre-market this morning, not much at all. A little bit of pre-market action there, and it was kind of basing around the kind of $2.30 mark, and then as the market opened, this thing just went absolutely ballistic. Another short squeeze, and I got in here right at the beginning, I think at 241, in 2 positions, and I wouldn't say scalped it because these weren't small positions, but on the other hand, I didn't hold through because I didn't want to lose anything either. So I made, I think, 2 or 3 trades on this at the end of the day. But you can see it went all the way up to 385. Now I didn't get up that high. I sold at 347. Hindsight, I wasn't sure whether it was going to be 350. I think it got over 350, but then it wasn't exactly strong in that area, so I kind of got out. But another trade today, which you could have easily made, a couple of $100 on, if not more. I mean, really, realistically, if I had got in here with the size that I normally trade, which is 1,000, 2,000 shares, and if I had got in, so that's at 241, even if I held on to 330, I mean, that is $1 gain. I mean, I'm not saying I would have held for $1, but 2,000 shares at $1, that's $2,000 profit. I'm not saying I would have held that long, but it just gives you an idea of how much this went up. I mean, this was a great move this morning. So that made me $504. So all up net was $352. I think I had commissions of $40 today. So that was it. So I haven't included this as today's as I haven't included this day as part of the challenge, because I'm not feeling that it's still right for me to be doing that. I'm still finding my feet in the sense that, you know, I'm feeling the market, making sure that it is that you know, that I feel comfortable taking the positions that I take without it kind of, you know, tanking on me. And yesterday was a decent day. Today was a better day. Even the last 2 days of, so what are we in? Today is Tuesday. So yesterday was green. Even Friday and Thursday last week, I was green up on the day, but greed kicked in and I ended up going red on the day. So, you know, 2 green days in a row, yesterday and today. If you factor in, Thursday and Friday, which if it hadn't been for greed and, you know, okay, hindsight, but, you know, I reached my daily target on both of those days and I should have got out. That's 4 green days in a row, which is kind of suggesting that, you know, things aren't as bad as I was making them out to be. But anyway, so that's it for me for today. Just a mention on trade ideas. All of these stocks this morning I found using trade ideas. NCBC, you know, was definitely the one that was making a lot of noise. Actually, I didn't also mention that I traded NVIDIA. My apologies. Let me just go really quickly through this. I took a really small position on this, just 100 shares, before NCBC came along, and this was up major from pre-market. So this is yesterday. So it didn't do a lot yesterday. Opened up yesterday, and then it kind of closed here. But then after market hours, I mean, you know, they had great earnings forecasts and great earnings. And this thing, I think, jumped up $14, which is just huge for a stock at this price level. You know, a lot of interest in this. And I got in at, I think, what was it? I'll have to check. NVIDIA. I got in here twice. 116.32. And then 116.52. So I only made like, actually, I think I lost $11. But, you know, the point was that I wanted to see how this stock would act. You know, and, you know, I got out a good time because it kind of dropped $2, $2.50 and dropped. But then obviously it, you know, went up again, and it's, you know, sitting almost at the day. It's almost sitting at the pre-market high, at the post-market high of yesterday, which is about $118. So this is, you know, very close to 118. I wouldn't be surprised if it breaks 118 very soon, because it's only 4 cents away from it now. So NVIDIA, really strong stock. Wouldn't be shorting this if that's what you're thinking of doing. But, you know, just something else for me to kind of try. I have traded stocks in this price range before, and I have traded NVIDIA before. And the reason I wanted to trade this morning was because I was looking for a bigger move in the sense of if it moves 30 cents, 50 cents, which you can easily do. I mean, if it moves $2, which you can easily do, you know, if I've got 100 shares and it moves 2 points, which it can do and it has done, you know, that's $200. And it's not that risky because, you know, there's a lot of volatility, there's a lot of liquidity in the stock, and the spread is like 1 cent, so you can easily get in, get out whenever you want. So, you know, not much risk in this one here. So that's it. So as I said, trade ideas. If you're looking for trade ideas, you know, I definitely recommend signing up for it. I've got a 15% discount offer on my blog, which is daytradearcade.com. So if you're keen, have a look. I also recommend Average Joe Trader if you're looking for a mentor and a chat room, which will give you the kind of higher price stocks. Which I don't trade that much, but, you know, definitely Ed Martin, who runs that, is a fantastic trader, you know, very genuine guy. So, you know, definitely tell him I sent you. I emailed him yesterday, so he knows that some people may be, you know, having a look and seeing what he's all about. And I did also mention that Trade Ideas has a free chat room. So most chat rooms that you sign up for have a price in terms of, you know, I don't know, $60, $100, $150 a month, you know, whatever it may be. Trade Ideas chat room is free. And it's great. I mean, Barry Anderson, who's the moderator, fantastic guy. He's been trading for about 25 years, but really, you know, once again, a nice, genuine, nice guy. He looks after the room. There's about 400 people in there on average, and Just a great day, a great room. I got to go. I'm just under 15 minutes and I'm going to be cut off in a few seconds. So wishing you guys a great training day ahead. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.